What's cracking, everyone? I'm VenomousStare, back with more high-level Starcraft 2, because that's what you subscribe for, and quite frankly, it is one of my favorite things, so bringing you guys this content is something I enjoy, so if you enjoy it, make sure to leave a like rating. Today we have True, the lone Korean player that attended DreamHack Austin this last weekend, facing off against BeastyQT, BeastyQT, however you want to say it, and the Serbian Terran down here in the bottom right, playing with this wonderful yellow color, has a YouTube channel, and he produces lots of interesting educational content, and he's a Grandmaster level player. So the link to his channel will be in the description. He provided me with a pretty filthy replay pack. I mean, this pack had incredible games against some of the best players, and if you see BeastyQT on my channel, chances are it was Beasty himself who forked over the replays and is responsible for you guys getting the opportunity to watch this greatness unfold. True, the Zerg, already has his pool out. Notice that he did in fact go pool first. And when I say pool first, I mean pool first as opposed to hatchery first. Speed has already started, and he has 2 more drones continuously mining gas. Now he's going to pull off. A lot of drones, or excuse me, a lot of Zergs like to pull off of guys on gas and just really focus on minerals because they can just dump out insane amounts of drones and queens. After they get that link speed, they quite honestly think that that's all they're going to need in the early and mid games. Sometimes just lings and queens can get it done for a long time. So 2 Marines are going to range out here for Beasty. They're going to find a ling out pretty early, but the 2 lings that True made with his pool first build aren't really going to do him any good because this OV is going to go down and it will fall. So True is supply blocked. That is brutal in the early game for Zerg. Notice that True made a bunch of lings because he did not want to lose a bunch of overlords, although I think Beasty knows he could potentially move this all the way over, although that is very rare. I don't think he's going to do that. And yeah, he's not. So I was thinking maybe if he wanted to be Billy Badass, he could float the racks like an entire screen over to this tire and kill the overlord. If you don't know, if you're new to the game, as we see lings run in here, and repair might have to go down. Hold that thought. And BeastyQT really not in a whole lot of trouble here. This bunker does have Marines in it, so I'm not going to scream and shout and act like he could lose the game because he can just repair. Because there is no Bane tech out, I don't believe. Yeah, it's just the pool. Evo on the way and more drones. So essentially what we saw True do there was panic and make some lings after thinking he was going to lose some OVs, and he got supply blocked anyway, had lings that were useless, so then he ran them across the map to try to be aggressive. And because Beasty made the bunker, he wasn't super greedy and he played a straight up safe style. True's lings didn't do anything because once you have this bunker established, you have to have so many lings to bust the bunker down without the help of like roaches or corrosive bile or banes. At this point, the Zerg is pretty damn far behind. Now, it might not seem like it because he is ahead in workers, but all of the things that have occurred this game have been pretty negative towards the Zerg. Beasty got that Overlord pick off. Great move there, because remember, Beasty went for that Marine opener, not your standard boring Reaper opener. As we see lings in the main here for the Zerg, and Beasty's Hellion drop is going to do a little hot pickup micro, as this cliff reminds me a bit of Metalopolis in the sense that it does get Hellion dropped quite a bit, more so than any other cliff in the map pool by far. If you don't know why these Hellions look weird, they have the one of the new skins. I call them the Sweet Tooth Hellions after Twisted Metal. And Beasty's going to shoot a queen there, but Hellions are god-awful against queens, so he'll run away into more strong defense. He might just try to run into the mineral line itself, And he's in a nice little choke here. Ooh, brilliant move there as he transforms them into Hellbats. As I'm having flashbacks to Heart of the Swarm TBT, as Hellbat drops were all the rage. As back then you could really just smash people's head in with Hellbat drops. They essentially had as much power as Blue Flame Hellbats have by default. And what is True going to do? He wants to counterattack here, so True is taking a decent amount of damage from the drop. And he's trying to kick down the door, and if it wasn't for Beastie's SimCity, he would be completely boned. Corrosive Bile comes down. My throat is getting so choked. Third CC is about to complete here for Beastie. As you see the Hellbat shut down the mining of the third. SCV's running out here, narrowly dodging the Corrosive Bile. And the Fire Cars and the Hellbats are defending here. This is very, very close, as I'm having trouble getting the words out. But here we go, as my voice is finally back like Gohan's anger, and suddenly Beastie is going to be able to hold, dodge the Corrosive Bile, and what do we see here? A Liberator has accumulated 8 kills. The main is destitute, the natural's destitute. Where the hell are the drones? Where are the drones? There's only 6 true GGs. So because there were 2 game-deciding things going on at once, we're going to have to rewind. A lot of people would leave very angry comments about how I missed something. But if Beastie loses his workers to Corrosive Bile there for just a split second and he doesn't juke, game over. You know, potentially, as far as losing all of these workers. So we're going to take a look at the last little section of this game. So what was going on here? Because essentially Beastie was doing multiple harassment things, and True knew that he was going to be unable to defend it because he was so far behind from having to go pull, well, not having to, but from going pull first, and from the Lings, and all the stuff that I already mentioned. So here's the beginning of the end for True, as what looks like a Hellion drop that overcommits turns into a Hellbat drop. Remember, you suddenly have very squishy units turned into very beefy units that can be healed. So at this point, True says, well shit, like, I'm not going to be able to deal with all these drops. I'm nowhere close, so I'll just counterattack. So he sends the Ravagers here. Beastie's front door... Man, my throat is dry. Beastie's front door really saves him here. And look how long he delays this Roach Ravager Ling. If this gets it, I'll pause it. If all of these units just get in the Terran front door, like if he's making all of his depots behind his mineral line and being lazy, or behind this mineral line, or he doesn't have this Rax helping wall, the stuff just gets in, overwhelms the handful of Hellbats, and kills him. But, as it stands, he has this base completely shut down with Hellbats. This base completely shut down with Hellbats, so at this point, all the drones are over here for True, and all of True's attention is over at this front door, because if this front door doesn't break, Beastie's suddenly in a position where he's probably going to hold, because Terran, whenever they're being pressured by Zerg, and it's just a handful of Zerg units like this, and they have, especially once they have starport tech, whether it be for Banshees or Medivacs, they can really hold and gather their foothold back very easily. Because even if it seems like you kill a handful of SCVs, as Zerg, once you try to push up into the main, if they have a wall and a few Liberators up here, or a Banshee, or a lot of bio being healed, especially if you're just trying to brute force your way in with Lings, it's not going to work. So let's watch what happens. All of True's attention is over here. He's focusing right here, and he's just trying to land good biles. But this base is just shut down by a Liberator. And look at this Liberator, just put in work. So True's like, okay, I'll just click my drones to another base. Well, oh no. Yeah, well, lumber fucked-er. Because, oh my god, that's just filthy. And that's what happens even to the best Korean Zergs. If you make them multitask to that extent, where you're harassing them at every single base, and making a game-deciding engagement occur on your side of the map. Even the very best players can send their drones into a trap. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe for more. I hope that you enjoyed the fact that I broke it down at the end and didn't just end it abruptly. And there was really no way to capture what was going on adequately, so sometimes you just have to rewind it and see the greatness all over again, because Beasty really did something phenomenal, which was harass at multiple locations at once, and then also defend very well, because if he had just been focused on microing his harassment units, he would have lost all of his SCVs, and it could have been pretty bad. So make sure you subscribe and check out Beasty's channel.